All right. So, welcome to my review or reaction to this new teaser they dropped on a Tuesday of all days because I was preparing for a trip. And Hoyoverse really needs to stop dropping random lore on Tuesdays and Wednesdays on weekdays. But I did hear that the Shades uh teaser or whatever was released on a specific date for some reason. I don't really know what that reason is, but yeah, that date held some kind of significance for it. So now we are going to first, I'm gonna watch through it. I've seen it once before I started recording. I'll play through it once already, and then I will give you my play by play, like what um what I thought about the whole video, right? So yeah.
You wish to hear a story of the moon? That tale begins long, long ago.
Mister! Nefa's starting her story already!
Thanks for the heads up.
Oh, the moon's a long way off. We might go hungry, but at least we have plenty of time. Huh? Hey kid, that headpiece of yours is pretty unique. Who designed it? Could you hook me up?
In that era, there was no boundary between life and death. Willpower flowed freely among countless beings. The primordial being that once ruled this planet made 3 moons rise from the earth. It was not until the funerary year that the primordial voice once again cried out in the darkness.
My lady.
The Frostmoon Scions again. A laughably futile rebellion.
O pale white frost moon, I, your loyal emissary, and scion of Hyperborea, beseech you to cast down your gaze from the celestial dome above. May your gentle tears pierce the frigid night, and grant us, the forsaken and forgotten, your guiding light.
You didn't come here for the story, did you?
Huh. Finished already, huh?
No. It's just a greater storyteller than myself has come. Now, beyond the moonlight's reach, an ancient shadow brandishes its hunting claws, taking aim at the stars.
You're right. I came here for the moon.
Time is short. The moon's fall is nigh.
Ah, here at last. And things look even messier than last time.
Well, Miss Alice, shall we begin?
There's no rush, and I'd like to catch up with an old friend first. And you, young man?
Let's part ways here. I have an old score of my own to settle.
All right. So now that we have seen through it once, I'm gonna give you guys my play-by-play of my reaction, like total reaction to what the implications of this video are. So
You
we
wish to
first
hear a story of the moon?
see this.
That tale begins long, long ago.
We first see that for some reason the moon is extremely close on this nation, right? Like it is hanging right above. If a person launched a rocket into it, it'd hit the moon in like five seconds maybe. It's either that or I'm just seeing things and it's just a like design choice or something. But I think this is there are three moon sisters, I remember. Two of them are dead and one is grieving, right? The grieving the loss of her sisters. So what I think is that this moon right here is actually the grieving moon sister that has lowered itself to that level. Maybe that's just a theory, nothing concrete. Obviously, Varka here, we get to see him later, but his design is cool, l- to say the least.
Mister! Nephis
This is, I know, we saw a bit of her in Nefa's trailer in the 5.8 live stream, and the Nefer here being mentioned, I'm guessing it's the girl who was sleeping on the couch, or it's some other character that we don't see in this video, right?
starting her story already.
Thanks for the heads up.
Also, I'm guessing we as the traveler are seeing this because Inefa is here, and we meet Inefa in that one. So I'm guessing that after 5.8's Archon quest, we go to see we go to uh not cry after that, right?
Oh, the moon's a long way off. We might go hungry.
My God, Duran's design is so cool. Mini Duran, or whatever you want to call him. It is awesome. Like, actually.
But at least we have plenty of time. Huh? Hey kid, that headpiece of yours is pretty unique. Who designed it?
Also, I don't know why, but I remember seeing some old Dahlia concepts, and I think I know why they scrapped it because they'd get a backlash on the fact that Dahlia's design and Duran's design are almost the same. I like Duran's design better, way better, honestly.
Could you hook me up?
In that era, there was no boundary between life and death.
You know what this reminds me of? I remember I remembered this back when I first saw the video, and it was that in HSR, in Amphorius, basically, there's this era in which for a certain period of time, death didn't exist, right? People were born, but they never died until the Titan of Death descended upon Amphorius, and then people around the world started dying and all that. This is what the kind of vibe that it gives me. Again, another similarity between Amphorius and whatever and Tevat.
Willpower flowed freely among countless beings.
I remember watching Ashikai's video, and I also remember that she said something relating to willpower and free will. She said that the people of Khaenri'ah were of free will, and they could make their own decisions. They didn't have fate deciding for them. But the rest of Tevat had their fate predetermined, right? So this could be a nod to that, a nod
The
cry,
primordial being
nod.
that once ruled this planet made 3 moons rise from the earth.
Now this is interesting because technically speaking, if he made 3 moons rise from the earth, that would make the these 3 moons the shade of that previous primordial ruler. So I guess since in that era death didn't exist, the 3 moon sisters had control over time, life, and space. That's what I'm guessing at least.
It was not until the funerary year that
For some reason his hairstyle reminds me so much of Nouvellette. I don't know why, but very Nouvellette-esque.
the primordial voice once again cried out in the darkness.
I guess Nouviette. Sorry for the French speakers.
My lady.
The Frost Moon Scions again.
Now, there was a theory floating around the internet that this guy here was the actual controller and she was the puppet. But the fact that this guy addressed her specifically as my lady, that means that she's the puppeteer and he's the puppet, right?
A laughably futile rebellion.
Rebellion against what exactly? That's my question, because what are they rebelling against? If anything, Not Cry is a part of what do you call it? Uh, Snezhnaya, right? Not a separate country. Am I right or am I wrong? And we'll see. But the Futile Rebellion line gives me the vibe that the Frost Moon Scions have done this before, and like they're fighting against the not the Abyss, the Fatui to stop whatever project they're building in Not Cry because we can see here.
In the
Hold on.
darkness.
Yeah, we can see here that they're standing in some kind of machine, and we remember back in um the the Four Shades teaser, there was a type of thing being built when Piero was saying, "What is the price for killing a god?" So we can surmise that they're standing inside that machine right now.
My lady.
The Frost Moon Scions again. A laughably futile rebellion.
Oh, pale white frost moon, I, your loyal emissary, and scion of Hyperborea.
Her name is it? I don't wait. Hold on. Her name must be okay. We'll look at the description
Beseech
later.
you to cast down your gaze from the celestial dome above. May your gentle tears pierce the frigid night and grant us, the forsaken and forgotten, your guiding light.
Forsaken and forgotten. That stands out for me because why are they forsaken and why have they been forgotten? That's my question because the Frost Moon Scions are shown to be like a major um subsection of Nodkrai's people, right? So why are they considered the forsaken and the forgotten, right?
You didn't come here for the story, did you?
Huh. Finished already, huh?
No. It's just a greater storyteller than myself has come.
Now, beyond the moonlight's reach, an ancient shadow.
Is this Ishtaroth, whatever you want to call her? Is this her? Because she has somewhat same design language to her. Or she could also be one of those light keepers that they mentioned in the live stream, 5.7 live stream.
Shadow brandishes its hunting claws, taking aim at the stars.
You're right. I came here for the moon.
What does he moon? What does he mean the moon? And why is there Mondstadt in the brackets? Why is Mondstadt considered the moon? What? Also, Aventurine, go back to Honkai. Okay, what? I just realized this, but his
I
design
came
is
here
way
for
too
the
similar to
moon.
Aventurine, dude. What? He has literally the same design language and like I mean he's a lot more buffer than Aventurine is, but still like what? That's sick. Also he has Wolf's Gravestone. We might be getting a Wolf's Gravestone banner sometime in the future. New weapon type? Maybe. Hopefully. I don't think so though. Yeah, she has a Dendrovision. Is this the same guy we saw in the beginning who I said looked a lot like Neuvillette from his hairstyle and all, or is he a different person?
I'm afraid you have the wrong person.
Not what I
Now, be
asked.
gone.
Well, I guess exactly what I asked, but not in that context. Also, he's powerful, like really strong. Oh my god, finally, some content on Columbina, dude.
In the water, the future mirrors the past. The veil of lies is slipping.
Her design is so intricate, I love it.
Time is short. The moon's fall is nigh.
Oh my god, that's what they're gonna do. Crazy crack theory incoming, but she said the moon's fall is nigh. That's their plan in Nod Cry. They're gonna kill the final living moon, right? Because three moon sisters, out of which two are dead, one remains, and she is grieving, and she is hanging above Nod Cry. They're gonna kill her and obtain her skill or her uh I'm speechless right now. Obtain her powers to fight against the four shades because she is one of the previous primordial rulers, the shades, I guess, kind of. It's a bit of a stretch, but what if Nod Cry, the whole storyline is us fighting against the Fatui because they're trying to kill a previous moon sister, or a moon sister that is alive, but she's grieving, obviously. Right? Hold on. Let me just.
The veil of lies is slipping. Time is short. The moon's fall.
Is nine. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna pat myself on the back here yet because I don't know for sure what um what that means, what the uh moon's fall is nigh actually even means. But I think that there is a tiny, small, minuscule chance that the Fatui whole plan is gonna be killing the final moon sister, putting her to rest, taking her authority or power over whatever aspect of Tevat she had power over, and then they're gonna go to fight uh Celestia basically after they get the Pyro Archon's Gnosis. Because as far as I remember, Mavrika never surrendered her Gnosis to the captain, right? Before he unfortunately died.
Is nigh.
Is this what this really means? Because if that is, that's some peak writing right there. Almost, um, what is it, 5 years after Genshin is released, we finally get to see Alice, dude. Finally.
Here at last. And things look even messier than last time.
Well, Miss Alice,
Albedo is finally getting some screen time. Thank you.
shall we begin?
There's no rush, and I'd like to catch up with an old friend first. And you, young man?
I was like, what is Wanderer doing here? When I first saw the trailer, I was like, what is Wanderer doing here? But then I remembered that Sandrone, Columbina, Dottore, and Piero are all in Nodcry, but we'll only be dealing with Columbina in this, obviously. But Sandrone, Dottore, and Piero, who are some of the most devious people in the Fatui, mind you, especially Dottore, because he experimented on children, especially this guy. So obviously he wanted revenge, so he's here, whether you like it or not.
Let's part ways here. I have an old score of my own to settle.
I pray and I hope that this time's Archon quest will be until like at the end of patch, like from patch 6.0 to patch 7.0, right? I hope we get every single patch a new type of story because I don't want this story to end in just like 5 or 6 acts. I want a whole 10 act play. Obviously, that's unreasonable to ask because that's going to be a lot of writing and coding, but still, like, that'd be so great to have. Right, yeah, Song of the Welcome Moon. Also, I love this artwork. It's amazing. This whole like thing, it's so cool. Anyways, yeah. Oh, hold on. I wanted to see what are all the characters. Nicole was mentioned. What? When was Nicole mentioned? I know, yes, I know. God, I know is in this. I know that. I should stop. Varka is here, yes. I don't know who Jehuda is. Enefa, yes. Durin, yes. Sandrone, yes. Lauma, yes, that's the elf lady or Frost Moon Scion. Nefer, I'm guessing, is the girl who was sleeping on the couch. Who is this? Kirill Hudo? What? How do we even pronounce this? I'm not even gonna try. Flint. Kirill Flint. Moon Maiden Columbina, yeah. Alice of the Hexendercle, yeah. Albedo and the Wanderer, yeah. So we know that Aino appeared, we know Varka appeared, and Nefa, yes. Durin, yes. Sandrone, yes. Lauma, yes. Who is Nefer? Who is Kirill? Who is Nicole in this, right? So let's look through it. This is Aino. Is this Kirill or is this Nefer? This must be Kirill, right?
Oh, the moon's a long way off.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
We
yeah,
might
yeah.
go
This is
hungry,
Kirill.
but at least we have plenty of time. Huh? Hey, kid.
Right, so that's Kirill. We figured that out. Because, I'll tell you why. Oh, right. These guys never even got mentioned. Who is this guy? Oops, hold on. I guess this guy must be Jehuda. This this guy must be Jehuda. Uh, and the reason I realized that Kirill was that girl sleeping on the couch is because Nefer is the storyteller, and we see that Varka is talking to, hold on, this lady, the snake lady or whatever,
You
with
didn't come
the
here
sharp
for the
teeth, yeah,
story.
right? So that must be Nefer because she said, you didn't come here for the story. So that technically means that we now know that the lady that I
Did
called
you?
Istara
Huh.
is actually Nicole N from the Hexen Circle.
Beyond the moonlight's reach, an ancient shadow brandishes its
This is Nicole, that means.
hunting claws, taking aim at the
And yeah, basically that's all of them. So this guy must be the same guy as the person we saw in the first with the long hair and all. So that would be Jehuda or whatever, right? So just to recap, my theories in the whole video are my major theory at least is to deal with what Columbina says. Where is it? It's towards the end, right? Yeah, I forgot.
In the
So
water, the future mirrors the past. The veil of lies
it's
is
slipping.
slipping. Time is short. The moon's
Moon's
fall
fall is nigh, right? Oh, I also noticed these flowers have a crescent moon on them in the center. That's cool.
is nigh.
What this means is that the Fatui's plan in Not Cry is to kill the final living moon sister and obtain her power. That's what that means. That's what that implies. At least that's what I think. I could be completely wrong here, and it could be something totally different. But that is what I get from this trailer. That's my major takeaway. Other than the character announcements, the designs are stunning, obviously. The major takeaway is that Fatui's job in Not Cry is to kill the final Moon Sister. That's what I think, at least. And that's because of the line Columbina says here. The fall of the moon is nigh or whatever, right? Anyways, I'm gonna eat some dinner, do some writing for a script, and I will see you guys later. Peace.